You're listening to the Sidewalk Prophet.
Appreciate you guys coming by. We're about to do some Christian talk. Anybody got any questions, anything before we start? Any questions about any previous things that I've taught? Or any questions in general about Christian affairs? Anything of the sort? Anybody got any questions about anything Christian? What's my favorite Bible verse? All right, let's get into it. My favorite Bible verse, I don't know the verse by name. I'm not a verse head, but I do know the verse. And it's the one that talks about how, I think it's Philippians 4. But it says, God helps us both to will and to do. So, and what the scripture is talking about is how God helps you with your will, first of all, according to his purpose. So he will help you with his will. If he asks you to do something and you're not quite willing, God will help you get there. So you can ask him, you can say, Lord, I don't quite feel right about this. Can you tell me some more? Tell me why I'm doing this? And God, in his grace, he will get you there. You know what I mean? He will deal with your spirit to get you there. And I will give you an example too. You done pulled a good one out today. I'm going to give you an example. Jesus, when he didn't want to go to the cross, he didn't want to go. But it said that an angel empowered him. And then what happens is the other scripture said that it was for the joy set before him. So at first he didn't want to do it. Then all of a sudden it was the joy set before him. God empowered him to do his will. God empowered him to do his will. And God will do the same thing to you. So if God has asked you to do something and you quite don't understand it or you're not comfortable, God will help you with your will. But it doesn't stop there. Also, he'll give you the grace to do it. You know what I mean? And so the scripture says God will help you to will and to do. Yeah. He will will and to do. Any other questions? I don't know if I missed any. Did I miss any other questions? Huh? Okay, no problem. Thank you for stopping by. I truly appreciate it. All right, we're going into it. So we're going to hit it real quick. It's going to be a good one. Let's go. Okay, let's talk about believers. So believers today, I honestly believe, and this was me too. You know what I mean? It's still me too, because I'm learning. You know what I mean? We're learning. We're coming out of these things, and for the longest time as a believer, I really thought as a believer, you wanted God to deal with the devil. You know what I mean? You wanted, God to shut the devil down and all of that. And he helps you, but it's not just him. You know what I mean? We're called to shut the devil down. I mean, Jesus was in there shutting the devil down but Jesus was the model. We're called to do the same thing. So let's get into it. One of the biggest problems with believers is believers don't know who's supposed to be chasing who. You know what I mean? We let the devil chase us with all kinds of things, and he's putting stuff on us and chasing us. But if you look at the scriptures, we're supposed to be chasing him. It's our job. Jesus wasn't running from the devil. Jesus was running after the devil. He was shutting sin down, shutting people's problems down, healing. I mean, he was running after the devil, and that's where we lost it at. That's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be on the aggressive. We're not supposed to be running. So the enemy is not supposed to be chasing you. So if depression is coming after you or something, just an example, or an anxiety, what we are supposed to do now is we're supposed to get into the spirit and learn how Jesus wants to deal with that thing. You ask God, God, I'm feeling depression. I'm feeling anxiousness. How should I deal with this? You know what I mean? So you get in there and you let the spirit show you how to deal with it. Get in the spirit and get with Jesus and find out how to get free. And then everyone with depression. And so there you go. Once you get in the spirit, God will begin to show you how to deal with it. And then what happens is it's kind of something once you beat that thing. Once you learn and get the wisdom and God walks you out, and God does walk you out. He doesn't run you out. I'll tell you why he walks you out later. But once God gets you out, if something happens, he anoints you and you can help get other people out. You know what I mean? It's never about the person. It is never about the person. It is never about the person. And you say, is depression and anxiety the devil? Let's get deep. Depression and anxiety ain't necessary to the devil. It's the residue of the effects of the devil. Depression is the result of oppression. Anxiety is the result of fear. And the devil is both of those. The devil is the oppressor and the devil is the fear. So he has both of those. He's carrying both of those. So yes, he is. So that's what you can say on that. So let's get to it. If you get in the spirit and get with Jesus and find out how to get free. And so I have a perfect example of this thing, man. My mentor, she had anxiety for years. I mean, years of anxiety. I mean, extreme anxiety, to the point where she would have panic attacks like on a weekly basis. And so it was just that bad. And so also when she would have those attacks, she noticed that she was having more bad days than good days, to the point where through a week, I mean, it would be more bad days than good days, to the point where she was associating that with who she was. And so let's get back to it. And she started learning how to deal with it. God slowly walked her out. I told you I was going to get to that, worked her out. God walked her out of that thing, that anxiety. And what she did was she became, once she got free, she started setting people free. Her whole ministry now is designed to help people get free from anxiety. She teaches on peace and love and stuff like that, but it's designed to help people to get free from anxiety. She has 200,000 members online that she teaches about how to get free from anxiety. And that's how you're supposed to do it. We mix it up. You know what I mean? We mix it up. We're running, but we're supposed to be the chaser. You have the authority to be the chaser. And I told you I would talk about why God walks you out. Well, the reason why he walks you out is this. God walks you out because what happens is if he runs you out, you would miss too many clues. If he runs you out, you would miss too many of the details. You need the clues to go back and help other people. So what God is doing is, as he's building you up and walking you out, he's showing you all the manifestations of the anxiety, all the manifestations of the fear, how that thing operates, how it functions. Because God is not thinking about I'll say he is thinking about the one, but it's a deeper thing. He's thinking about the 200,000. So he's going past the one to the 200,000 that you're going to let free when he gets you free. And that was just an example. And so when he walks you out, but that's why God says, in all you're getting, get understanding. Because as you're getting free, he's giving you the understanding of how to get free and get others free. Because that's what it's all about. And when he walks you out, he's going to show you how the devil works. He's going to show you how that thing manifests itself. It's something that happens when you tell God. And there's something that you should do, I'll say in the beginning, early in. When you're trying to get free for something, tell God you want to get free. But have it in your mind that he's going to help you get other people free. Have it in your mind. What are your thoughts on, that's a good one. What are your thoughts on medications and the antidepressants? The medicines, if you need them. And let me tell you something about God. God will use everything. I personally, I had depression for a while. And part of my coming out of depression, I was on the medicine. I had to be on the medicine. I needed it. And what happens is I was on the medicine, but God had a plan the whole time to take me off. He had a plan the whole time to get me off of that thing. And so what happened is I was on the medicine, and then a friend was helping me. A friend was helping me walk out of this depression. And as he was walking me he said, okay, so we're going to come off of the prescription drugs and we're going to move to supplements. We went and seen a holistic doctor. The holistic person recommended some supplements to me. It was something called Sunny Mood. And I was taking that for a while. And then all of a sudden, it just came to me that I could get free. And I started walking off. I came off of the Sunny Mood. I came off of it one time and I started noticing the effects come back. So I had to get back on it. Then I came off it the second time and that was free. And so that was it. So these are tools, man. These are tools. God will use these things to help you. So don't think that these things are the enemy. These things are tools. They will help you get free. And so for me, that's how it worked. Anybody else have any questions on the topic? The antidepressant, it did work for me. I can't say it doesn't work because there's so many different medicines and stuff. So the one that I used, it did work. So it did work. It stopped me from going into it and stuff like that. And I'm going to tell you, the real problem with my depression was probably that I let it manifest for so long. It was like two years of it. Yeah. But the real problem, I got you. The real problem with it, though, was that it was just what was going in my life. Like I said, the enemy was oppressing me with, I had nothing going on in my life. I had no rhythm. I had no rhythm with God. And since I had no rhythm with God, the enemy oppressed me. And so that's how I had to work my way out of that. Yep. And so the depression, it worked, the antidepressant, it worked for me. That's what I'll say. But different people use different things. Any other questions on the topic? I'm going to go right back to it. I got a little bit more going and then we'll go. Any other questions on that topic? But the whole point is you're not supposed to be running from the devil. He's supposed to be running from you. And if you reset that in your mind, it'll put you in a whole different place. Because a lot of times when we come to Jesus, the reason why he doesn't give you the answer is because you're not even coming to him in the right spirit. You know what I mean? Don't have a spirit that you running from him. Have a spirit that you coming after. All right, God, this depression ain't supposed to be on me. I'm supposed to be chasing depressed people. Show me what's wrong. You know what I mean? And he will walk you out of that thing. Your mentality, that's what he has to deal with. Your mentality. We are not the runners. We are the chasers. All right, let's go to the next one.
Thank you for listening to the Sidewalk Prophet Podcast. For questions and comments, please email us at churchpodcasters.gmail.com.